Hello folks, and welcome back to the channel. I'm Trevor, and today I'd like to tell you about the magic of MIDI. Well, what is this MIDI, you ask? MIDI is actually an acronym for Musical Instrument Digital Interface. Sounds like a big mouthful, but it's not really. Let's hop in and take a look. Well, this here is the heart of a MIDI recording. It looks like a piano, doesn't it? But it's not. This is a MIDI keyboard. Now, this is my personal one. As you can see, this is a 32 key. They come in smaller sizes, 25 or even larger, 49, 61, or the full 88 key keyboard. Now, remember that word MIDI. That D stands for digital. Because it's digital, it makes no sound. Only analog pianos would make a sound. This is a digital piano. It doesn't make any sound, but it sends messages. And the messages that will send is actually three things. One is the actual note that I play, a C, a D, an E. Next thing it will measure is how hard I hit that note. And the third thing it will send is the duration of that note, how long I hold that note for. Now, let's have a quick closer look at this little MIDI keyboard. I will put a link in the description. It's not an expensive one by any means. It's about $40 on Amazon. And it's got some nice features here. You see that we have the pitch bend wheel there. We also have a modulation wheel. We have a volume slider. You can control that volume. And because it's only 32 keys, we can octave here. We can go down an octave, up an octave, or as many as you want. And then the final thing here is to transpose by semitones, up or down by one semitone at a time. An example for using this would be, say for example, there is a song in E flat. Now E flat contains many of the black keys, and I'm not a piano player by any means. It'd be much easier if I could play that in C. So what I could do, I could just, with this down button, just drop it by 3 semitones. That would bring it from E flat down to C. And then I end up playing on all the white keys, a lot easier for a non-keyboard player. But let's now get into it and see how this whole thing works in practice. Just get rid of that one, and I'm in my recording software program, which is Mixcraft 10, and a great piece of software this really is too. Now, let's first open a track on which to record. If I go to the tracks here, I have a number of options, but I'm going to choose instrument as opposed to an audio track, because an audio track you would use with a guitar or a microphone. They are analog instruments. This is an instrument track, and you see that it defaults to the acoustic piano. Now what I need to do first is to arm that track, and if I play my little MIDI keyboard, we should have some sound out of there. Let's just see there. Indeed we do. Alright, let's record something. See if you can identify this tune. I'm just going to push the record button. I can even do it backwards, look. And we'll stop the recording there. Now, recording complete, we can disarm the track. Let's just call it up a little bit bigger here. And you can see that there's a series of little lines going upwards and downwards. Now, if I double click this, it will open up the MIDI editor. Let's just bring it up to full size so we can see what happens. I'll just move it up so we can get all the notes. Now there we go, there's the scale that I played, da 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 da, and there's the descending one. Now the thing to notice here is, first of all, these notes are different lengths. Remember we spoke about it measures the length. That's a shorter note, that's a longer note, that's very short note, and that's an even shorter note. The notes are numbered, those are the actual notes that I played. And you will notice here, this is the volumes of each particular note. You see how they vary? Some are softer, some are louder, and so on. So let's just play this again, and we'll see what we've recorded. I will press play on my keyboard. And backwards. Oh, this boy has such talent. Right, now let's just close out of that and minimize that again. And here comes the real magic of MIDI. First, I'm going to just get this so we can see the whole performance here. I'm just going to press a shortcut key, which will bring it like that, and we can see the entirety of it. Yeah, that piano sounded great, but I think I might like to hear it played on a banjo. Let's just type in banjo. There we go, that banjo, that'll do. And let's just get that out the way, and let's put play again. Amazing, isn't it? Okay, that wasn't so bad. Let's have a look at a cello, for example. There's a nice cello there. And let's go. And we'll play the final instrument on the second half, the descending scale. And for that, let's just choose a saxophone. Which saxophone would you like, do you reckon? Let's go for a baritone sax. And play. And that is the magic of MIDI. These instruments, they all are part and parcel of the Mixcraft 10 setup. And let's just put it up here and have a brief look down here. You can see there are tons of them. Here's the categories. Okay, I could go for an acoustic guitar, and I've got loads variations of it. Keyboards, any combination of keyboards you could put in there. Really, we come down to the orchestrals, the strings, the brass. There is so much in here. It's absolutely unbelievable. Well, thanks very much for staying with me, and I hope you've enjoyed the presentation. Don't forget, if you would like to subscribe, you can tap up my buddy in the corner there. His name is Herman. He'll get you subscribed to the channel, and then you can be kept in the loop as to when I publish new videos. Thanks, and we'll see you again in the next video.